Please remain standing for the national anthem. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, Farmville Central graduates, families, friends, and faculty. It is my honor to welcome you all to the class of 2022 graduation. To all our guests, my class and I would like to thank you all for coming out to celebrate us as you get to share in this momentous occasion. You all played a great part in our successes by keeping us motivated and task-oriented. To my fellow graduates, it's been an undeniably long and hard 13 years, but at least we can say that we made it and that all our hard work has paid off. We've had some good times, we've had some bad times, we've had some fun times, and we've even had a pandemic. But through it all, we've kept our heads held up high and our eyes on the prize. You should all be incredibly proud of yourselves and your accomplishments. And with that being said, I want to encourage this class to keep striving for greatness, as this is our first milestone of many, and there's nothing we can't accomplish. So again, welcome everyone, and a huge congratulations to the Farmville Central graduating class of 2022.
At this time, I would like to recognize our special guest in attendance, our superintendent, Dr. Ethan Linker. Our school board members, School Board Chair, Mr. James Tripp, Jr. Our Vice Chair, Mr. Don Rhodes. Mrs. Amy Cole. Mrs. Caroline Doherty. Mrs. Tracy Everett Lenz. Mrs. Melinda Fagundes. Mrs. Anna Barrett Smith. And also we'd like to welcome our State Senator, Don Davis. At this time, our class salutatorian and valedictorian will come forward to share some thoughts on graduation. Mr. Joshua Chavez Arellano, our salutatorian, will speak first, followed by Mr. Jack Flanagan, our valedictorian.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and showing support to all the graduating students today. I know it means the world to the students to see their family and friends, see them walk across this stage today. It has been a long and difficult journey to get to where we are today. I personally have been waiting for this moment since middle school. But looking back, I wish I could go back to the good old days. Times when we were not worried about applying to colleges and our GPAs and having to do all sorts of assignments the day that they were due. I believe that when we were younger, we did not appreciate the time that we had with our friends and family as much as we do now. We were carefree and had all the time in the world, and now it feels like time is running out as we move on and start our own lives. These last 4 years of high school went by in a flash. I know it's cliche to say that, but it really is true. It feels like I was a freshman not too long ago. The excitement of finally being able to be called a high schooler, being with all my friends and walking down the long hallways, and being able to compare it to all the movies that I've seen about how high school would actually be. It did not disappoint. High school has been a great 4 years of my life, and I hope it was the same for all of us. There have been a lot of late nights doing chemistry and English work. I know some of us have dealt with Mr. Coffey's Freyer models, but I believe these late nights played a role in the students we are today. I know that all of the teachers at Farmville want the best for us, and I can see that in every teacher that I've had the pleasure of working with. All of their hard work has made us better workers and has hopefully prepared us for what life has for us. Our next chapter is unique to each of us. Some of us are going to a college or a university, others into the workforce, and others into the military. No matter what path we take, it is important for us to believe in ourselves and take pride in the decisions that we make. I want to thank everyone who has been a part of my journey, especially my mom and dad who are here today, who have pushed me to be the student that I am today, as well as Sarah Ramos, who is currently working towards being in the Navy, Julian Holmes for being my best friend throughout middle and high school, and as well as all the people that I didn't mention. You guys know who you are. And finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Coffey for being the best teacher that I've ever had. And I'd like to end my speech with this. Everyone asked me what I would do if I wasn't on stage giving this speech today. I guess we'll never know. Thank you.
When I first sorry, I'm a bit too tall for this one. When I first told my dad that I would be giving this speech today at graduation, he got this really serious look on his face, and he said, "Jack, today might be the first or last time that some people get to hear you speak, so make it count and say something worthwhile." Considering my original plan was to do the graduation speech from the Academy Award-winning movie Billy Madison, it's safe to say that I had to make a slight change of plans, but here it is. Greetings, parents, teachers, family, and friends of the graduating class of 2022. Today marks the culmination of over 12 years of academic growth to walk across the stage today. 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, 40 weeks out of the year for the past 12 years, we as a graduating class have been striving for this moment today. Walking today marks the end of this long and challenging chapter of our lives. To be honest, trying to write a speech that correctly summarizes this monumental occasion is pretty difficult. Everyone here has struggled in vastly different ways to get their diploma today, so generalizing it into a 4-minute speech isn't something that I can do. Instead, I'm going to quickly talk about one of the most important truths I have learned. My hope is that all of you will think about this after today and carry it with you as you go out into your adult lives. One of the hardest lessons I've had to learn in my relatively short time being alive is the importance of kindness. For the majority of my high school career, I've been solely focused on my title here today. Early on, I sacrificed my friendships and enjoyment in high school as I raced to take the hardest classes in an attempt to raise my GPA by another quarter point. This was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing at fault with trying to achieve your goals. Putting effort into something you value is one of the most important parts of being a well-rounded person. And having goals and ambitions is a trait that people value everywhere. Where I went wrong is that I cared far too much about my title. It took until just a few months ago for me to finally realize this mistake. My title here immediately loses its value after today. Sure, valedictorian will look good on a college application, but not on a tombstone. These honor cords, basketball championships, Instagram followers, the amount of money you have in your bank account, all of it will mean absolutely nothing when you're dead and gone. These achievements are something that too often blind people to the important things in life and I've fallen victim to it too. In my church service last Sunday, one thing that really resonated with me was the phrase titles or testimonies. If you sacrifice your time, effort, and resources to only progress yourself, what will be said about you when you're gone? Will people consider you a self-centered person? Will they talk about how you only cared about yourself and your achievements? Are these the kind of things you want people to be talking about you when you're gone? I don't think so. So my message to you today is one of encouragement. I urge you all not to be blinded by the lights of goals and achievements, and instead leave behind a memory of kindness. Go out into the world and do things that help others. Do things that make an impact. Don't give up on your goals or dreams, but don't forget to help those around you achieve their dreams as well. By doing these things and showing kindness to others, you can find greater fulfillment than any title that comes before or after your name. And while the past 12 years are set in stone, there is still time to make changes and leave behind a positive memory for others. As you walk across the stage today, think back to all the people who left that positive memory for you. Think back to the teachers who answered homework questions on email at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. Think back to your family who encouraged you to keep trying when you hit a roadblock when studying for a test. Think back to the friends you had that made quarantine not such a lonely place to be. When you think back and appreciate others who have left a positive testimony for you, you can truly see the value of kindness. I'm sure all of you here today who heed this lesson will go out and leave behind a positive memory for others, and I can't wait to see what we all accomplish after high school. Thank you for listening, and go Jags.
The path taken by each graduate to get to today has been very different. Some thrived in a virtual learning environment forced upon us during the pandemic, while others had to work hard up to the very last minute yesterday. Take pride in the fact you have all made it to your graduation day. Soak in the moment. When you leave here today, you will be a different person. As you begin the next chapter in your life, know that you have our full support to chase your dreams and make a difference in our world. We are counting on it. And please know, you are always welcome to come home. Once a Jaguar, always a Jaguar. At this time, it is my distinct honor to recognize all of our graduating seniors for their academic accomplishments. Beginning in the 2019 school year, Pitt County Schools began utilizing Latin honors to acknowledge the outstanding academic performance of additional students while continuing to recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian. Please turn your attention to your program. There you will find the designated students who will graduate with the following honors. Cum laude with a GPA of 3.75 to 3.99. Magna cum laude with the GPA of 4.0 to 4.249. And summa cum laude with a GPA of 4.25 or higher. Additionally, these students received pins to be displayed on their graduation stoles today. We also have many students who have been honored for additional academic achievements, North Carolina academic scholars, as well as a plethora of honor cords, medals, and honor stoles are noted in your program. It has been a joy working with this group of seniors over the last 4 years, and I am proud to see all their hard work pay off. And now for the moment everyone here has been waiting for. Class of 2022, please rise and come forward when I call your name to receive your diploma. I will ask each row to stand and come forward. Family, friends, and guests, at this time, please be respectful of all in attendance by limiting your cheering after each name is called. This is a special occasion for all students, and we want everyone to be able to cherish that moment and hear their senior's name being called. First row, please stand. Kenyon Terrell Adams. Michael Quentin Adams. Jacinto Zakir Anderson. Camden Allen Bailey. Yolasia Wanique Baker. Jankivian McKees Barnhill. Maurice Jontavis Barrett. Jaleel Malik Battle. Montravius Beasley. Khadijah Marve Bentley. Celeste Deanna Best. Next row, please stand. Tremel Sincere Black. Jamarian Tashawn Blow. Karen Borjas Segunda. Cameron Jamal Britton. DeMonta Lavore Bullock. Terrence Damon Bullock Jr. Jayshawn Travis Bunch. Kylie Elizabeth Burnett. Lanaya LaJoy Cannon. Jacavian Damon Carlton. LaQuesta Chantel Carter. Tyler Lee Cash. Patra Makanaka Chapuanya. Joshua Chavez Arlano. Armani Takira Cherry. Madison Kenya Clark. Courtney Chantel Clemens. Kylie Ann Calger. Derek Lamont Cox Jr. Arnea Janae Cratch. Miranda Nicole Creech. Leslie Christina Cruz. Elijah Paul Cushman. Shayla Lee Daniels. Samaj Tariq Carlton Daniels. Jacqueline Terrence DeBerry. Corinne Arabella Denham. Next row, please stand. Giovanni Diaz Rodriguez. Dontrell Devon Dixon. Jaleel Marquez Edwards. Rachel Iris Evans. Raheem Taquan Jabaz Everett. Aminata Tina Fall. Tara Yudasia Faison. Jack Hartman Flanagan. Dante Kanye Flanagan. Ismaya Janai Farmville. Kristen Gray Frazier. Connor Drake Gamble. Andres Osvaldo Garcia. Caitlin Gardner. Jessica Lee Garrett. Brianna Gwentasia G. Lindsay Taylor Golden. Jessica Marie Gonzalez. Jacob Wayne Haddock. George Brandon Hamill. Amanda Blair Hardison. Jasmine Leanne Harrell. Tyquesh Jashawn Harris. Ali Ahmed Halter. Next row, please stand. Tamara Joelle Hawkins. Dirk Dexter Henderson. Courtney Alicia Tarita Henry. William Redden Hobgood II. Cody Dawson Hodges. Claudia Diane Holland. Julian Ruiz Holmes. J.C. Lynn Holt. Ebony Lachey Hyman. Nature Sharif Osiris Saquon Jackson. Namadia Monet Jefferson. Nakia Renee Johnson. Nicholas Tyler Johnson. Walanda Gabrielle Johnson. Delijah Monique Jones. Jerry Sauls Jones Jr. Paul David Jones. Shakaya Lachey Jones. Alexander Cooper Jordan. Amaya Danielle Joyner. Evasia Naye Umanti Joyner. Davis Michael Kennedy. Caden Mackenzie Kinder. Elizabeth Hope King. Cameron Isaiah Nepper. Noah Thomas Knox. Next row, please stand. James Victor Kumar. Madison Deanna Kurtz. Alex Charles Lambert. Crossan Lee Lauderdale. Samantha Laval Fernandez. Malachi Jeremiah Lawrence. Shaneem Amante Lee. Jonathan Elijah Leba Ramos. Connor O'Neill Libby. Ava Ann Loper. Zanaya Lachey Maben. Chloe Elizabeth Matthews. Destiny Lenshara May. Journey Dakota McDaniel. Jalen Kentrell McDowell. David Earl McFadden Jr. Divine Destiny McNeil. Joseph Pedro Medina. Jabari Lewis Montgomery. Jamila Talia Moore. Jonathan Wesley Moore. Faria Michaela Moy. Next row, please stand. Clayton Andrew Myers. Elena Reese Nichols. Mirna Nunez Arlano. Taylor Marie Oden. Connor Isaac Owens. Akuchukwu Ozor Miracle. Caleb Nari Peoples. Shania Miracle Peterkin. Jeremy Noah Peters. Mallory Abigail Peters. Kiera Bronwyn Phillips. Donna Jean Pilgreen. Shanavia Shaquille Pollard. Megan Elise Pratt. Nathaniel Jordan Ramirez. Nasir Kamaj Randolph. Madison Page Ray. Cole Whitaker Reason. Lane David Redmond. Jonte Demori Rennick. Ruben Resendez Gonzalez. Kimiko Anton Robertson Jr. David Rodriguez Meza. Next row, please stand. Malachi Elijah Savage. Rhiannon Marie Schimmel. Sarah Kai Schimmel. Brian Alexander Segura Martinez. David Tishon Chambly. Trinity Nicole Sheffield. Hannah Dawn Smith. Tidasia Lakira Smith. Arnez Malik Smith. Aaliyah Latrell Spate. Jadalyn Nizay Spellman. Edward Thomas Sproul. Khalil Vaishon Staten. Matthew Galilee Streeter. Robert Owen Strickland. Nathan Allen Stroud. Jacob Daniel Sugg. Marissa Lynn Sullivan. Francis Charles Arena Sunico. Victor Derek Antonio Nasincere Teal. Alan Charles Thomas Jr. Kennedy Lane Trueblood. Damon DeMarcus Turnage. Tyon Kenye Turnage. Next row, please stand. Luke Thomas Vandeford. Victoria Rochelle Vaux. Martha Ann Elizabeth Warner. Zamir Dejan Washington. Tidre Demond Watson. Dorian Aiden Weir. Layla Janice Lee Wiggins. Janessica Lee Williams. Malik Tito Williamson. Janiyah Michael Willoughby. Malachi Jacob Wolf. Zaria Monet Wooten. Wooden. Kendorian Nyquel Wooten. Ashanti Tiana Lachey Wooten. Krishawn Allen Wright. Please give the graduating class of 2022 another round of applause.
Okay. Class of 2022, look around. Here we are, we made it. Today is the day that we close a 4-year chapter of our lives to begin a new one. I hope with all the chaos of the day, we do not forget to thank those who have helped us. I would like to thank all of the parents, family, friends, teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, and everyone else in the audience. But most importantly, I would like to thank God for getting us all to this point. We wouldn't be here without any of you. This may be the last time you see some of these people, so look around and smile. Today should be a day of happiness and remembrance. Think about the memories that made the past 4 years remarkable, the ones that you will recall for the rest of your life. Think about the things that you are grateful to Farmville Central for providing. Remember all the good, but also the bad, which helped us persevere and conquer problems we never knew existed. It helps us appreciate the good that much more. Looking back, I hope all of our high school experiences have shaped us into better people. Although grades are important, the character you exhibited and how it helped impact the people around you in the world is what you will be remembered for. Everything you do matters, so keep that in mind for all your future endeavors. People told us high school would fly by, but we didn't believe them. We couldn't wait for senior year, and then it was over with before we were aware. This year was full of laughs. I hope each of you cherish these memories. These were some of the best years of our lives. Goodbyes are never easy, so let's not say goodbye, but simply a farewell or see you later. Farmville Central has given me so many friendships, memories, life lessons, and so much more. And that is how I'll remember this school forever. After today, I will proudly say I'm a graduate of Farmville Central High School. Once a Jag, always a Jag.
Will the graduating class of 2022 please rise for the turning of the tassel? Yes, sir. All right, second time's the charm. Please join me in turning of the tassel.